Hi, welcome back to Digital Lab TV. I'm Simon Bond and it's my pleasure to have Mr. Albert Wenger here today from Union Square Ventures. They've invested in some tiny companies that you might have heard of, things like Twitter, Tumblr and Boxy. Today he was in the lab talking about what's the next big thing, the next thing that you're going to be investing in. So do you mind just spending a couple of minutes just talking about those things that you're looking at, analysing and potentially investing in the coming future?
Sure. So at Union Square Ventures, we are completely focused on the disruption that's being brought about by the internet. And what we look for are emerging networks of highly engaged users. And wherever we see those networks of highly engaged users, that's where we think there's something interesting going on.
Interesting. And how do you see potentially advertising agencies or brands potentially getting involved with this world of venture capitalists?
We think that brands too need to think about where people who buy their products, where they are spending their time and attention and where they're engaged and where they're getting their information from. And we believe that's changing very dramatically. And so we believe that for brands in this world, they need to understand what is their authentic core of the brand, and are they really delivering a great experience? Because we believe that sort of the traditional saying, hey, this is a bad experience, but we've got great advertising, is not really going to work very well going forward.
Great, and I think an innovation that we've seen from one of the clients that we represent, Pepsi, they created something called Pepsi 10, which is almost becoming a sort of an incubator fund and looking out there for the next big thing, like the next Foursquare. Do you see that as a trend going forward with other brands investing in the next big thing before it becomes big?
Well, we would, of course, love for all the big brands to be working with Foursquare, not the next Foursquare, but we think it's very difficult to actually predict in advance where these networks will emerge. And so it may be quite a challenge to have an incubator and kind of create them. We spent more of our time trying to discover them. So I don't know whether brands, I don't have a good insight into how brands will approach this, but I think from our perspective, it's more about observing the networks that are actually emerging than trying to create them. It's very hard to create these things from scratch.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your insights and support today. And make sure you check back with us next week for the next edition of Digital Lab TV. Thank you.